Well, Pakistan up to its dirty tricks yet again. They have released another video of Kulbhushan Jadhav, the Indian national who has been languishing in a Pakistani jail and was convicted just 10 days after Pakistan turned Jadhav's family meeting, that emotional meeting, into one big PR propaganda. Pakistan stoops to a new low. They have released another forced confession video of Kulbhushan Jadhav imprisoned in Pakistan jail. In this video, Jadhav can be heard and seen expressing his gratitude and thanks to the Pakistani government, and claims that he is fine, he's happy, and that he's quite thankful to Pakistan for arranging the meet. Jadhav also denies any duress and says that nobody has harmed him in Pakistan. Kulbhushan Jadhav's family was shamelessly heckled. They were embarrassed when they were there in Islamabad to meet with him.
My wife has been briefed very strongly.
Umar Qureshi, who's a senior journalist, joins us from Pakistan. Good afternoon, Mr. Qureshi. Thanks so much for speaking to us. How can we believe, how can India believe all of these videos coming in from Kulbhushan Jadhav, who claims that he's very happy, he's fine, he's under no duress, no harm has been done? If that's the truth, then why is India not being granted consular access?
I think that's a question that you have to ask the Pakistan government, but he's not saying he's happy. He's just said that he wasn't tortured. And he said that his, I believe it was the video, he's saying in the video that the Indian diplomat who was accompanying his mother and his wife was kind of like harassing them. So I didn't hear him say that he's happy, but he said he's not been tortured or anything, and I think that's the focus. As for consular access, I guess that's something that the Pakistan government needs to, the Indian government needs to take up with the Pakistan government.
All right. Just kindly stay on with me. We also have with us Executive Editor Gaurav Sawant. Kulbhushan Jadhav also alleges and claims that he saw fear in his mother's eyes, which is strange. He in fact claims that he heard the Indian diplomat shouting at her. But this meeting, Gaurav, began without India's Deputy High Commissioner. There was an additional partition between him, the mother, wife, and Kulbhushan Jadhav.
Avantika, from what we've been given to believe, this meeting took place in a specially built container which had 3 compartments. In one compartment there was Kulbhushan Jadhav, then there was a glass casing, then there was a telephone wire which connected him to the other side, where there was his mother, his wife, and Ms. Bukti, who's Director India at Pakistan's Foreign Office. Then there was another partition, and beyond that partition was JP Singh, India's Deputy High Commissioner, who incidentally went there much later when this meeting started. The 2 ladies had been taken separately for a change of clothes and then suddenly rushed in, which incidentally was a violation of what had been settled between India and Pakistan. When JP Singh raised this issue, that's the time he was taken there, but kept behind a partition where he could not hear the conversation that was taking place. The Pakistani official, on the other hand, Ms. Bukti, was able to hear the conversation. So how could Kulbhushan Jadhav hear whatever, he alleges that JP Singh spoke rudely to his mother?
Yes.
Could only have been fed to him by Pakistani authorities, and that's exactly what he appears to be doing, is vomiting out whatever has been fed to him. But you cannot blame him for the simple reason that here is an Indian national who's been in illegal Pakistani custody for the past 22 months and has been denied his basic right of consular access. And incidentally, when the Pakistani journalist just now on the broadcast mentioned that India should take it up with Pakistan, India has taken it up with Pakistan more than 20 times in 22 months, and yet India has got only a negative response from Pakistan. And if I may, Avantika, with your permission, bring in Group Captain Sultan Hali for more on this. Group Captain Hali, this is rather ridiculous, sir, the manner in which a man who's been in Pakistan's illegal detention for 22 months, his videos are being released in this way when he's been denied consular access for 22 months, sir.
Well, what you call illegal detention, I am sorry, I'll have to disagree with that, because the man has confessed before a judicial magistrate about his crimes. He has been tried by a field general court-martial and he has been sentenced. You have already taken up the case with the International Court of Justice, where it is pending trial, and which will be starting pretty soon. So how can you say that nothing has happened?
Sir, no, I'm not saying nothing has happened, Avantika. The fact remains here that the man is in illegal Pakistani detention because He was tried in a in a military court, not given access to civilian judiciary, not given access to a lawyer, not given a certified copy of the charge sheet, not given a certified copy of the verdict, and all of this are against principles of natural justice. So Group Captain Sultan Ali and Mr. Qureshi, if I may bring you in, you're a journalist in Pakistan, you may have covered trials. This goes against principles of natural justice when an accused is not provided a law qualified defending officer, when he's not given a copy of the charge sheet, when he's not given a copy of the verdict, and the same is denied to Government of India, which is openly saying, yes, he's our national, he's our citizen, give us access to him, and that's also denied, Mr. Qureshi.
So, Gaurav, I think the Pakistan government has repeatedly said that he was given access to a lawyer, and he was given, he had knowledge of the charges. He was tried under military court because he was found to be illegally in Pakistan and found to be spying. I think the Indian government would probably do the same with if a Pakistani national was found in India. They do that repeatedly. In fact, India does it with its own
if I may, no sir, if I may correct you, the difference between a sham democracy like Pakistan and a democracy like India, sir, India caught Ajmal Amir Kasab, who was a Pakistani terrorist, when he was killing Indian citizens. He was tried in a civilian court of law. Sir, please understand the basic difference. No, I'm not shouting. I'm just telling you the difference. When you said that India would have done the same, India would not have done the same. There's a past record of India not doing the same. India gave free access. India gave a civilian lawyer to Ajmal Amir Kasab. He was tried in a civilian court. You know, you may want to understand that, appreciate that, and then give it to your people so that they understand that. Group Captain Ali, you understand this basic difference that Mr. Qureshi, being a journalist, fails to fathom, that Ajmal Amir Kasab was given a lawyer, tried in a civilian court. It went through due process of law. It went through due process of law.
I think we need to look at that. I think one thing, that Commander Kulbhushan Jadhav has admitted to being a serving Indian naval officer, and he is due for retirement in 2022. And if a serving naval Indian officer is caught not only in acts of espionage, but he confesses to serious acts of terrorism, then he has to be tried under a field general court-martial. And he was given a defense counsel. And what you're talking about, charge sheet and other things, all these have been provided to you in writing. And I have personally seen his written confession. So I don't think you're telling the whole truth. As far as Ajmal Kasab is concerned...
Let me just intervene here. Mr. Ali, if I may just intervene here. Gaurav, you were at the International Court of Justice. Now, even if he was convicted and, according to the Pakistani authorities, confessed to his crime, India did secure a massive diplomatic triumph when the International Court of Justice stayed his execution. What does one make of that? This was the decision that was taken at The Hague, and Gaurav, you were there, because India consular access is a standalone obligation, not just for the state but also for the accused, and that's the big question. Why have the Pakistani authorities not granted consular access to India?
Avantika, you are spot on there, and for the benefit of Group Captain Hali and our viewers, at the International Court of Justice, India got a breather, because that was the time when the sword of Damocles was literally hanging over Kulbhushan Jadhav's head, and that's the time when Harish Salve, when he was arguing India's case and we were listening to him at that courtroom, he said that it's imperative for the world judiciary to intervene to prevent an innocent man being sent to the gallows by Pakistan. And that is why the learned judges of the International Court of Justice, they prayed and they told Pakistan to halt the hanging till the matter was heard. So while that hanging has been halted, the sword of Damocles still hangs over Kulbhushan Jadhav. The matter will once again come up at the International Court of Justice, and at this point of time, as Group Captain Ali and several Pakistani commentators are saying, that Kulbhushan Jadhav is of more value to Pakistan alive than dead, because they want to parade him every couple of months to show that here was, as they claim, an Indian terrorist in Pakistan. But what they forget is there are no facts except a confessional statement, which is inadmissible as evidence in a court of law, for the simple reason that there is more evidence in public domain that seem to indicate that he was abducted from Iran and sold by the Taliban to ISI.
Absolutely.
A lot of that again will be argued in the International Court of Justice. But for Pakistan, this is just diversionary tactics after Donald Trump has hit out at Pakistan being untruthful.
Comes this
and
video. No, absolutely. You're right, Gaurav. That's true. And you know, consular access to Kulbhushan Jadhav is a right for India. How can one trust Pakistan when they have framed these concocted charges against Kulbhushan Jadhav, when there is no documentary proof, no charge sheet, no summary of evidence also being provided to India? Here comes, you know, this new video where Kulbhushan Jadhav claims to be fine, happy, not under any sort of duress, and also alleges that he saw some sort of misbehavior on part of the Indian diplomat. He claims that he saw fear in his mother's eyes. But, you know, this was the terms of agreement. India securing a sovereign guarantee for the safety of the mother and wife. Pakistan projecting this meeting to be a humanitarian one, them claiming that they arranged this meeting on compassionate grounds. But we'll just show you what exactly happened. We'll show you the treatment meted out by the Pakistani authorities to the mother and wife of Kulbhushan Jadhav. So it's strange. What is Kulbhushan Jadhav thanking the Pakistani authorities when it was the Pakistani media allowed to harass the mother and wife of Kulbhushan Jadhav? This is exactly what happened. We'll just play out the sequence of events.
I got my mother and my wife. They've been threatened. The Indian diplomat or the Indian
Commissioner JP Singh gesturing towards the press, who were first of all not allowed to be there, but Pakistani press allowed to harass Jadhav's wife. In fact, even all the way to the airport also, they were asking all sorts of uncomfortable questions. But we also saw the mother and wife maintaining their dignity, a very dignified silence from both of them, not really entertaining the press of the Pakistani, of Pakistan, and the journalists there heckling both of them. But for the benefit of our viewers who have just tuned in, let's just increase the audio of Kulbhushan Jadhav and what he says in this new video that has been released by Pakistan.
Mother came over and thanked to the Pakistani government for showing this grand gesture and allowing this meeting. It was a very pleasant one, and my mother was basically very happy to see me in a good state, my physical fitness, and she was really very satisfied and felt very, she said also, I'm feeling very relaxed after seeing you, I'm satisfied. She said a dua, which is among the Hindus very common for me. I said, don't worry mommy, now you're happy, I have had so many things, my dad is very beautiful, I've done a very good thing here and they've taken care of me, they have not harmed me, they have not touched me. She believed once she saw me personally. But I have to say one thing very important here for the Indian public and the Indian crowd and the Indian government and people in Navy, that my commission is not gone. I am a commissioned officer of the Indian Navy, and my mother and my wife have been briefed very strongly. They were being told, I saw fear in the eyes of my mother and my wife. Why should they be fear? Whatever has happened has happened. There shouldn't be fear in the eyes of my mother and my wife. They've been threatened. The Indian diplomat or the Indian person who had come along with my mother was shouting on my mother the moment she stepped out, or he was yelling at her. Had she been brought under threat here to meet me? This gesture was a positive gesture so that she feels happy, I feel happy. And there is the Indian diplomat or some person standing outside yelling at her. Mother came over and thanked to the Pakistani government for showing this grand gesture and allowing this meeting.
And lots of reactions coming in there on this new video that has been released. You know, the brazen lies being said by Kulbhushan Jadhav, the way he is being talking about his interaction with his mother and wife. him claiming that he saw fear in his mother's eyes, which is bizarre. In fact, really bordering the absurd when there was an additional partition, a glass screen between his mother, wife and him. We have Zulkar Nain Tahir, a journalist from Dawn News, joining us right now. Good afternoon. Thanks so much for speaking to us. So why would India believe all of these videos of Kulbhushan Jadhav, and what is really the purpose of Pakistan releasing these videos of an Indian national who has been given death sentence in a military court and India alleging on concocted charges without any evidence, and with India being denied consular access to him?
Yeah, you see, recently there's been a lot of misgiving over the issue of Kulbhushan, and especially when his mother and wife visited him, and heckling and other things happened in the direct exchange between the two countries, especially from both media sides. So I think this video will at least help to bring the temperature down over the matter.
No, but Zulkar, the presence of the Pakistani journalists outside the office where the meeting had taken place was a complete violation of the terms that were agreed upon between India and Pakistan. And one could hear all of those comments, those loud chants, in the way the Pakistani media had heckled the mother and wife who were there to meet with Kulbhushan Jadhav for those 40 minutes.
Yeah, you see, there's still many questions to be answered regarding this. Like those heckling the wife and the mother of Kulbhushan, all of them, I mean, must be, some of them may not be the journalists. There's been also a debate here as well in the media, you see, after that. So, I mean, we have to move forward after that.
Okay.
And this video, I think, should be seen in that spirit. And you see, before that, the video was released, and this Kulbhushan was thanking the government for allowing his family to visit him, to see him. And later, that gesture means Pakistan's gesture of allowing the family was welcome even in India. But later on, that episode of heckling...
But what gesture are we talking about? Pakistan claimed that they arranged this meeting on humanitarian grounds, on grounds of compassion. Mona Alam, Pakistan's senior journalist, is also with us. Good afternoon. Thanks so much for speaking to us. You know, how can this be called a humanitarian gesture? We saw the way the mother and wife were heckled, they were harassed, they were yelled at when they stepped out of the office post the meeting. And then, you know, there was complete outrage here in India in the manner in which the elderly mother of Kulbhushan Jadhav was treated I mean, both of them were asked to change their clothes. There was complete disrespect and disregard, ma'am, for cultural sensitivities out here, and religious sensitivities, in fact.
Right. Thanks for having me on board on that discussion. For this humanitarian grounds gesture, Pakistan has still maintained this stance, and even when you're talking about his mother and his wife being heckled and harassed, we would still like to maintain the same stance that it was a gesture of goodwill purely on humanitarian grounds, provided the fact, and this also should also be testified through the fact that Kulbhushan's wife, had thanked the Pakistani authorities for their hospitality right after their visit. Fine, I know the Indian media can call Kulbhushan's videos doctored, they may call them engineered or whatsoever, but the mother and the wife of Kulbhushan Jadhav, when they come on record and they actually thank
Well,
Pakistani
a claim that has been outrightly rejected by the Indian Foreign Ministry, that the wife and mother thanked the Pakistani authorities. Mona, I'll just come to you. We've just received some breaking news right now. First reaction coming in from India on Pakistan's latest video on Kulbhushan Jadhav, who can be heard and seen thanking the Pakistani authorities and casting all sorts of aspersions on the Indian diplomat accompanying his mother and wife. Ministry of External Affairs calling the video fake and Pakistan's propaganda. External Affairs Minister, Executive Editor Gaurav Sawant is with us right now. And Gaurav, you know, something that Sushant was also talking about a short while back, and something that you had mentioned, that India not taking these videos very seriously, not attaching much importance, reiterating its stand that these videos are fake, and you know, clearly Kulbhushan Jadhav has been tutored, has been instructed to say the words that he has in this new video.
These are sources in the government telling India today that this video is part of propaganda war that's being waged by Pakistan. As far as this video is concerned, Pakistan is trying to shift narrative, change the narrative, use this as diversionary tactics when it's under global scrutiny for being untruthful and deceitful in the war on terror. But that's something equally important. Was this a goodwill gesture by Pakistan? No. A goodwill gesture, or what India legally deserves, is to have consular access to Kulbhushan Jadhav, which Pakistan continues to deny. And as far as the International Court of Justice is concerned, look, this isn't a bilateral matter anymore between India and Pakistan.
Okay.
It was bilateral when India sought access to Kulbhushan Jadhav more than 20 times and Pakistan denied it. Then India went to the International Court of Justice, and it is there that Pakistan will have to argue why is it in violation of the Vienna Convention, and that is why these
you're right. Those
out.
are some of the questions that Pakistan just refuses to address. The basic question, why consular access has been denied to Kulbhushan Jadhav. Foreign Affairs Editor Geeta Mohan is with us. Geeta, how seriously is the Indian government reacting to this new video that has been released by Pakistan, and all sorts of claims, allegations, aspersions cast by Kulbhushan Jadhav against the Indian diplomat JP Singh?
Well, Avantika, like Gaurav rightly pointed out, sources within the Indian government have said that this is yet another ploy of Pakistan to continue with its lies, with the kind of information that they have put out, the kind of duress under which Kulbhushan Jadhav has been speaking, and he has been speaking under duress. All the videos that are coming out are absolutely under duress and forced confessions by Kulbhushan Jadhav, Avantika.
Okay.
Look at the manner in which he's spoken. Look at how he's casting aspersions on an Indian diplomat who not only went along with the family but came all the way to Delhi. Took them, accompanied them through and through, and we know that the family members, when they spoke with External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj, have thanked the minister for having JP Singh, the Indian diplomat, the Deputy Chief of Mission in Islamabad, Indian Deputy Chief of Mission in Islamabad, having accompanied them and treated them very well.
Right, Geeta and Gaurav, I'll request both of you to stay on with us. We just have to slip into a very short break, but coming up next, we will stay on the story. We will get a couple of more reactions on this new video that has been released by Pakistan, wherein Kulbhushan Jadhav can be once again heard thanking the authorities for arranging the meeting with his wife and mother.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.